Hi, I'm Matthew Hoelscher, founder of Parent Marriage Coaching and creator of the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching Program. A lot of questions I get are around what's the difference between therapy and coaching, and why should I hire you to help me with my marriage? To answer that, I use the analogy of sports. Because marital issues are emotional, internal issues, I use sports because they're external and it's easier to make sense. Going to a therapist is like hurting a part of your body, say pulling your shoulder, and you need to go to a physical therapist who will do specific exercises to get the range of motion and flexibility back in your shoulder to get you feeling back to normal. You were normal, something took you down, and they've got to get you back to this point. Now, if you went to a physical therapist and said, I want to run a 5K or I want to train for an Ironman, they'd be like, I don't know, I just fixed shoulders. Right? Because then you need to go to a coach. And what a coach does is they take you where you're at, and then they figure out how to get you to excel to meet the goals and challenges that you want to meet. So in your marriage, if you have problems with anxiety, depression, addiction, or you feel like there's a true mental disorder going on, you need to go to a psychologist to diagnose and treat that specific disorder. But most people that have problems in their marriages are actually lacking skills. They don't know what they don't know. A marriage is like running an Ironman, and if you don't know the training, the conditioning, and what you need to do to be strong and to keep your endurance to finish the challenge that you've signed up for, raising kids and being happily married in a monogamous marriage for 30, 50, 60 years, you need to come to a coach because I have the skills you need and I know what you need to practice in order to get there. See, because there's three parts to me. The first part is I am real world. I've been married for over 13 years. I have twin boys that are starting middle school, and my wife and I have fought about money, sex, and all the problems that come up in a marriage. When my kids were 2, we were ready to kill each other. Instead of doing what most people do, where they just fight all the time or they just become roommates, we said yes and did a lot of crazy things. We did yoga, we did workshops, we paid 2 gurus to take us on a spiritual trip to India. And while you don't need any of that to save your marriage, what I did learn was the secrets of emotional connection. And once I maintained that connection with my wife and regulated it and nourished it and cherished it, everything started to improve and our marriage got better. Once I was able to distill that down into a set of skills and exercises that you can do, I created the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching process so that I can take you through it, so that you can have that same training that I put myself through so that I could succeed in my marriage. And then I'm also 1/3 real world. I've been trained at the University of Miami in professional coaching, and I'm accredited through the International Coach Federation. Now, as a coach, what that means to you is that I'm a professional idiot. I don't know anything about you. I don't know anything about your marriage, but I am deeply curious. And I will tell you, I have a bias towards saving marriages. And if you want to improve your marriage, you want to hire somebody with that bias. Just like you wouldn't hire a fitness coach to run an Ironman, and that coach tells you, well, I really have a bias towards weightlifting. You want to hire somebody that's been where you've been, that's almost failed, and that survived. Sort of like if you're going to hire a flight instructor to learn how to fly a plane. Do you want to hire one that's never flown a plane before but will read you the instructions out of the manual? Probably not. Do you want to hire one that's crashed? Maybe they need to go back to school and learn. Or do you want to hire one that knows how to fly, has almost crashed and has faced just about every adversity that comes in a marriage and has survived it and thrived and grown? So, as that idiot, I am deeply curious about you. I'm deeply curious about your marriage. See, your marriage is your own. You're going to define it. You're going to own it. And when you and your partner both take responsibility for it, you will both rise up and succeed because you're on the same page and you know exactly what that page is and what that page means to you, because your marriage is unique. There are no two marriages that are the same, and there's no universal treatment that works for each marriage. It's defining the marriage. It's taking responsibility for it. It's about having the communication skills to express yourself and to feel understood that makes a marriage work. And as you can see, I'm blunt, I'm honest, and I tell it like it is. There is no psychobabble. I swear, and I hold people accountable. I can be the most warm and loving person when you're getting the results that you want, and I have no problem being a drill instructor that will hold you accountable to doing what you said you're going to do and finding out why you didn't do that, because obviously you're either lying to me, you're lying to yourself, or you're lying to your partner, and I don't have time for any of that. Neither does your partner, neither does your kids, and neither does your marriage. So if you want somebody that's loving and tough, that will get you results in less than 30 days, I encourage you to give me a call right now. My phone number is right here on the website, or you can schedule your first appointment right online at a time that fits for you. I have day, evening, and weekend appointments. And reach out, because I look forward to meeting you and helping you on your marriage journey and helping you make your marriage a success. I'm Matthew Hoelscher, founder of Parent Marriage Coaching and the creator of the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching Program.